Hey guys, this is another book haul just to keep you updated with the books I've accumulated since my last book haul. So yeah, here we go. And also these two. I'm going to start off by showing a few I got at a car boot sale. The first one I found was The Eyes of the Dragon by Stephen King. And I got this one for 50 cents. It's alright, it's not in the best condition, but for 50 cents it is good. The next one I found was Girl Interrupted by Susanna Kaysen. And this one I actually got for free. I found it and I asked the woman how much it was, and she just let me have it. Because I looked like a nice guy, apparently. So yeah, I'm sure she was probably just trying to get rid of it after it looks like years of sun damage here on the cover from being on her stall for so long, but whatever. It was free, so, you know, thank you, nice lady from the car boot sale. Very kind. The next one I found was a little bit more expensive, but it's a really lovely edition of The Wind in the Willows by Kenneth Grahame, I think. And yeah, I recently watched the cartoon movie adaptation recently. I used to watch it all the time as a kid, and me and my brother would find Mr. Toad hilarious, and I still find him hilarious, so I thought, why not? It's really nice, like that. So these next two books came from my dad, actually, and he's had them for years and years and years, and I'm assuming he just doesn't want them anymore, so he passed them down to me. The first one is this lovely collection of Escher's artwork. I'll try and find one of his more well-known drawings. Where was it? This one is Relativity, one of his most well-known works with the stairs. Yeah, I haven't had a proper look through it yet, but I'll get to it eventually. The next one is a collection of work by Roger Dean. And he's also a really famous artist. He's known for his album covers. He did Pink Floyd and, you know, all those sorts of bands. There are some really beautiful pictures in here. Look, like this one. Isn't that amazing? That one. Okay, one more. They're really, really stunning. I am a bit disappointed he hasn't necessarily looked after it. But you know, what can you do? So this next one is the book I got from my genre swap project partner, Amanda. She sent me The Fault in Our Stars. I've already shown you this, but I'm just including it anyway. So yeah, that's that. This one I won in a giveaway by the Book Jazz. I'll put a link to her channel below, but it is Shades of Grey by Jasper. It is Shades of Grey by Jasper Fforde. I'm really looking forward to this one, especially when it says something like this on the back. If George Orwell had tripped over a paint pot, or Douglas Adams favoured colour swatches instead of towels, neither of them would have come up with anything as eccentrically brilliant as Shades of Grey. That sounds pretty good. The next one I got was actually sent to me by this lovely lady from New Zealand. She said she watched my videos and she just happened to have an extra copy of The Great Gatsby, so she very kindly sent it to me all the way from New Zealand. So I'm very, very thankful to Colleen. I think it's Colleen. Hi Colleen, thanks for the book. It's in great condition, was not damaged at all, and it's The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, and I'm looking forward to seeing why it is so widely loved. And yeah, about time I got to it. This next one I got, actually my friend James gave it to me. He was reading it, but he kind of got bored of it, but I think it looks interesting anyway. It's The Virgin of the Seven Daggers by Vernon Lee, and it's a collection of short stories, I guess. But this looks interesting. I will give it a go eventually. Alright, so the last books I have here are all Portuguese, from Portuguese authors, and since I'm moving to England I thought I should just stock up on some good Portuguese books that I know I'll enjoy. I'll need something to remind me of Portugal while I'm there, and the Portuguese language, so I picked these here. The first one is Os Lusíadas by Luís Camões. In English it's the Lusiads, I'm presuming. Yeah, this is one of the nation's most treasured books, and it's a staple in our culture, and I have not read the entirety of it. We studied it in school, but I never read the whole thing. This was published in 1572, so it was published centuries and centuries ago. It's a fictionalized tale of how the Portuguese discovered the sea routes to India, led by Luís Camões. All these Greek gods come into play. Some of them are against this Portuguese expedition, some of them are protective of the Portuguese expedition, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it because I've always found it interesting. So yeah, this next one is arguably one of Portugal's most famous poets. It's Mensagem by Fernando Pessoa. I'm guessing it's translated into message. We also studied this one, but I never read all of the poems included in it. But yeah, the ones I read were really, really, really beautiful. So, and the last four are all by José Saramago, and José is a Portuguese author. So you pronounce the J. He's not Spanish, because I've seen people pronouncing it José. That's a Spanish thing. In Portugal you pronounce the J. So he's José Saramago. I've shown this before in the Rainbow Spines tag, but yeah, this is Memorial do Convento. In English it's called Baltasar and Blimunda. It centers around various storylines. There's Baltasar and Blimunda, which are a couple, and the king at the time, and this priest, and the people who helped to build the convent, and yeah, there's a lot of intertwined storylines, and it's really, really fascinating and really, really good. His writing style is so good. So good. The next one I got was Caim by the same author, and this is like some retellings he did of the Bible. It's supposed to be really witty and funny, and I'm sure it will be because he is a genius. The second to last one is O Homem Duplicado. It's called The Double in English. Okay, so from what I understand, it's about this guy who rents a video and goes home to watch it, and it turns out one of these characters is him. So against his own better judgment, he sets out to pursue this double of his. And yeah, I don't know a lot about this one, but I'm sure it will be good. It always is. So the last book I have to show you is As Intermitências da Morte. In English it's called Death with Interruptions. The Grim Reaper apparently decides to stop people from dying. So on the first day of the new year, no one dies. This of course causes a ruckus among politicians, and initially they celebrate, and it's thought of as a huge goal in human evolution. You know, they have achieved eternal life, but is eternal life really a good thing? And yeah, this is one of the questions José Saramago deals with in this book. This is also the third book in José Saramago's loose trilogy that he has going on between blindness, seeing, and this one. They are not sequels and prequels per se, but they are in some way connected with each other. So yeah, this is going to be really, really good. I just know it. Okay, so these were all the books I got. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, I guess, if you like. And I'll see you guys next time.